Hi beautiful people, I hope that you're doing well. I am so excited to record today's video. I am going to talk about some of my favorites that I've discovered for the past month or so, April/May. And yeah, as you can see, I cut my hair as well, so that's very exciting. I think there's something about cutting your hair which represents the renewal and rejuvenation and the release of the old and just like welcoming the new, which is so appropriate for the spring and for the transitional period that we're in. So I hope that you do enjoy it. If you do, please give it a like and subscribe because it really does support my channel. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I have a tea, as you can see in here. Hope you're gonna make a tea as well, because that is the best thing when you're watching someone else's video. Just have a cup of tea and just chillax. Yeah, why don't we start with the tea? Because I absolutely love and have been loving this tea. And if you know Yogi Tea Company, this is the one called TkMAxx. It is an Ayurvedic blend with echinacea, rooibos, cardamom. I think there's some other things in there. Basil, turmeric, black pepper, vanilla beans. If you know something about like Yogi Tea Company, they always put these little quote at the end of the tea bag. How sweet is that? Okay, so every time I open a tea bag, I'm just so excited to see what quote I'm gonna get. So this one says, as you can see, obviously it's the other. Oh, and then you can see it. Forgive your past. How beautiful is that? It's just like a little reminder to just go back to myself and just, yeah, I suppose reflect. And this one is a really nice warming tea. Yogi teas are usually kind of based on the Ayurvedic principles, so they mix herbs and spices that are just very calming, very soothing. And what's really beautiful about actually this tea, that on the other side of the tea box, you have a little yoga pose, or you can have also little breathing exercise. So I think that's really sweet as well. Also, can we talk about this cup for a minute? Actually, I got this from one of my friends in London. He's a part of the Rotary Club. Lauriston. Look at this. Isn't that the best cup you've ever seen? High heels, high hopes. It's the girl. Me. So yeah, so yogi tea I love. If you've been watching my videos, you know that I love teas. Okay, I just love teas. I love discovering new teas and new tea companies, especially the ones that kind of align with like a sustainable model, that their packaging is as minimal as possible. You can dispose of them, they're biodegradable. There's a little bit of a different twist. I'm all for it. So if you have any good tea companies, let me know, okay? So yogi tea. And I think with teas is, you're just gonna have to see what works for you, and depending on the day, you know? Like I would have maybe like a green tea in the morning. This would be kind of like mid-afternoon tea or like evening tea. Just, it really depends on the weather, depends on the mood, depends on so many different things, you know? So, let me talk about books that I picked up, okay, this month. I've picked up so many books that I still haven't finished, okay, so bear with me. But these are the ones that I've been loving so much. So this one is called The Art of Rest. If you like nonfiction that's kind of easy to read and is not too scientific, I highly recommend The Art of Rest. It's just really nicely written. I don't want to obviously spoil it for you, but there's a different sections talking about, it's based on this survey that has been done, showcasing that rest is important and what are some of people's favorite ways to rest and relax. And it's just really nicely written and I really like it. And it's really funny because one of my best ways to rest for me is to read books. So if I read a book about the art of rest, and in one of those ways that people like to rest the most is reading books, that's the best, isn't it? So yeah, if you want something easy to read and something to take your mind off the daily stress and routine, I will recommend The Art of Rest. Okay, so I know that you might probably have already read this book and I'm just late to the party, but I was just late to the party, okay? So let me tell you, okay, this book I've only started literally in 2 days. I read like 100 pages, almost 100 pages. Educated, okay? I'm not gonna spoil this for you because it's such a beautiful memoir slash autobiography slash kind of beautifully written, just a piece of writing. It's incredible. I think everyone should read this book, Educated by Tara Westover. I don't want to spoil it for you, but just to briefly just reiterate the story, it's about this girl that grew up in a very fundamentalist, like religious culture family, and she kind of walks you through what she was thinking as a little girl and how she has transitioned now and what she is thinking about it. The way she's describing it is incredible. The way she's describing this apocalyptic cult that she grew up in, and how it was so easy for people to believe what they believed. I think it's such a lesson to be learned for everyone. So yeah, pick up this book if you can. I also want to talk about a podcast that I've discovered, okay? Thanks to Naomi Smart. Thanks, girl. It's called The Saturn Return. It's one of the best podcasts that I have listened to in a very long time. And I do have my favorite podcast that I'm listening to, but The Saturn Return, I'm just going to put it down here for you. The Saturn Return is such a beautifully narrated, with incredible women and guests. And I am actually very new to the concept of Saturn return. I had no idea that there's such a thing. I'm not really a follower of like astrology or anything like that, but there is this interesting moment apparently that happens at the end of your Saturn return, which is Saturn usually returns to the beginning where it started. It takes around 29 to 30 years, so everybody's Saturn return will kind of start and end somewhere else depending where you, like when you were born, okay? But let's say you go through your Saturn return when you are 29 or 30 or something like that, okay? And a lot of people in their late 20s and early 30s go through like some really drastic changes or transitions. It could be like end of relationships or change of career or some crazy things going on around you. And apparently it could be because of the Saturn returning, and Saturn kind of carries the energy of like shedding what's no longer serving you and like making space for the new thing. And I just think that's really beautiful. And in this podcast, Naomi was talking about her story, and I don't know if you're following, but I think Naomi Smart is one of my favorite YouTubers. I've been following her for 7 years, and by following I just mean like looking at how she's been growing into this beautiful human that she is. I was actually very fortunate to meet her 3 years ago when I was working in this cute cafe in London, and she's the cutest little human being you ever meet. And she was talking about the fact that she was in this relationship, she was engaged to her then fiance, and then 2 days or 3 days after recording that podcast, when she was talking about, oh, like I'm probably just gonna go through my Saturn return, or probably some change is just going to happen, her relationship ended so drastically, and she came back to the podcast and re-recorded the second part because obviously you know, it wasn't complete in some way or another. And it was just really interesting coming from her, and the way she was describing it and explaining it, and how she was saying that she could feel something in the relationship even though she wouldn't know how to voice it. I think her gut feeling was telling her that something is off, or maybe this is not your person, or something is about to happen. So I just think that's really interesting, that gut feeling that we have, that most of the time we don't listen to, but we should. And it is, you know, it is a learning journey, it's a process that we have to go through, every single one of us. But it's just very beautiful for me to think that we are being supported by, whatever you want to call it, the universe, divine, God, goddess. We are being supported by a higher power that is here for us, and it's very comforting, at least for me. So that's about the podcast. Okay, go and listen to it if you're interested, or go and have a look at what Saturn return means, and if that's something that resonates with you, good for you. I think that's the thing, right? We come across all these different concepts and beautiful spiritual traditions or concepts, but maybe not everything is going to resonate at some point in your life, and maybe later on you'll revisit that and you'll be like, oh my gosh, yeah, now I get it, I understand. So yeah, that's life, you know. Don't be pressured, don't be pushed to follow a certain path just because someone else is doing it, you know. I would never pressure or push someone to do something or believe in something that they don't want to, or they don't feel resonated with, because I think everyone has their own path of discovering the truth. And I think at the end of the day, there's as many different paths to what people call the truth or discovery as there are human beings in the world. So we're all just unique, beautiful in our own way, and I think we should embrace that. So just wanted to put it out there. So because I cut my hair, yes, I was just kind of I didn't want it to always look flat. Mostly it just does look like straight and a bit flat, but I just wanted a little volume. It's funny how I play with my hair depending on what I'm talking about, right? I just wanted a little volume in the hair and stuff like that. And if you want to know, I did cut my own hair. I know. I mean, it's not perfect, okay, but I do like how I just kind of did it. It's very straight. I didn't do any layers or anything like that. I just put my hair in 4 different ponytails like this, and then I just cut it. I have like a hairdressing scissors, so I did that. I probably will go for like a touch-up later on, you know, if I want to, but for now I'm good. And also I have quite like fine hair, I would say, so I have quite a lot of hair, but it doesn't take a lot to cut it, and you don't need to yeah, I don't know what I want to say, but yeah, that's what I want to say. Okay, so I was looking for some new products, okay, for my hair and stuff like that. And the ones that I've been already using, you know, the hair masks, I have like the hair oils and stuff like that. But I wanted something for like volume, but I didn't want anything like too harsh, as you know, or if you know kind of me from my videos, I don't really like using products that have like very harsh chemicals and stuff like that. As you can see, I have blanket here because it is cold. Okay, cold. So anyways, I actually went to TkMAxx, and I love TkMAxx so much because it's got so many different brands and products that I would otherwise not even know about. And I found this amazing company called TkMAxx. You are beautiful. I mean, he's speaking to me. And it's a volumizing sprays. It says for fine to medium hair, long-lasting body lifts and holds, contains 100% essential oils. It's so beautiful, and the best thing about it, it works. You know, it really smells like thyme, and just kind of like rosemary and basil extract, which is really interesting. It was only £4. Okay, that's amazing. And what I like about it is that you just honestly just kind of spray this in your in the roots of your hair, especially when you just blow dry it or you can air dry it, and it really does give you like a really nice little hold without feeling rough or like this sticky feeling after the hairspray. You know, sometimes I do use a hairspray, but I'm trying to minimize anything that goes into my hair, and if I want to use something, I want it to be like more natural, you know. So if you are looking for some really nice volumizing spray, I would really highly recommend this. You might find it in TkMAxx or TjMAxx if you're in the US or UK. But yeah, or have a look, or you can always let me know if you have or know of any natural based company, especially for hair. I would love that. Yeah, so Ken Paves, you are beautiful. And from the same company, also for $3.99. $3.99. I picked up these relaxing balm, and this is a really nice, just right after I kind of just dry my hair and my hair is a bit air dry, and I just put these as yeah, just put like a little balm in your hair after you wash your hair. This says straightens and smooths, controls frizz and humidity. I think this is really good, especially here in the UK now. It's raining, okay? It's like, it's unpredictable. And this actually does give you like a little hold. It like, I know when I was outside yesterday, like my hair was bouncing and didn't frizz as much, which I think with fine hair, it's just, you get that frizzness anyways. Yeah, and it says this is a blowout in a bottle. Apply when hair is damp. Wait until strands are 85% air dry before using blow dryer for the smoothest result. Yeah, so that's what I did. The only thing is, like, you kind of have to like put it down, because when I open it, it just like oozes it out. Oh. Yeah, it smells like essential oils, which I love. You know, for some people maybe it's a very strong scent, but I love it. Okay, I love it. Okay, when I was in TkMAxx, I also picked up this beautiful body cream. Okay, and let me tell you, okay, like I like putting things on my body, like body lotion, body cream. It's great, but I'm very picky about body lotion or like the body butters. Okay, I think it depends of the season as well. Now, when it's like more springy and we're transitioning to the summer, I don't like things that are like too heavy on my skin. Body butters, it's nice sometimes. Like I really like a nice hand cream that's a bit too more heavy, but on my body, I either use the body oil, which I use for the Abhyanga massage, or I want something that is more creamy, almost like a body milk or something of that resemblance. And this is exactly like that. I don't know if you find it somewhere else. If you do, please do let me know. But I got this in TkMAxx, and it's called Savvy Naturals Vanilla and Kukui Body Cream with Shea Butter. This smells like vanilla milkshake, okay? I love this so much. I use it as a hand cream. I just have it, and the size is really good as well. You can literally just leave this in your handbag if you want to, you know. Again, it's vegan, plant-based, natural, non-GMO, gluten-free, soy-free, cruelty-free, everything that you want from a nice product. And I just, yeah, I think why I love it is because it does leave my skin very soft without feeling greasy or too heavy. So I think I might probably go and buy another one, because the thing with TkMAxx is you never know how long the products will last there, because I think they keep changing stuff all the time. So I think I'm gonna go and get another one, because I think especially when you find something that you really love, or you feel that you might not find somewhere else, I'm gonna be disappointed, okay? And I don't want to go on a website and pay some like £20 for this, okay? Because I got it for $2.99. Thank you very much. So Go check your TkMAxx stores, you guys. That's my jam. That's my place, okay? Okay, so we have 3 more products in here that I would like to talk about, and I do have some on my skin right now. So, Face Theory, right? You know, I talked about Face Theory. I love their products, especially their serums and a cleanser. But this one, they just came up with makeup, you guys. Okay. And I ordered this beautiful mascara. It's a beautiful vegan, again, cruelty-free, made in the UK, and really, really nice natural mascara, as you can see. I don't know what kind of like strands you like. I mean, I'm not a beauty girl, okay? I just wanted something that works and something that looks natural and something that like keeps my eyelashes curled, okay? So if you're looking for a nice mascara, I recommend, okay? So I think with my makeup routine, what I like, if there's a product that is multifunctional, okay? I don't want to have 15 different things in my bag, but that's just for me, okay? I like things that you can use for your eyes, for your lips, for your cheeks, and it just gives you this really natural glow. For like everyday use, I think that's perfect, you know? And I don't know if you guys know about this Dr. Popo, but I love it. Again, I found it in TkMAxx because it's cheaper there. Otherwise, it's like 8 quid or something. But I like this so much. It's multi-purpose soothing balm for lips, cheeks, and cosmetic finishing with a hint of tint. And that's why I love it. I have it on now. I have it on my lips, on my eyelids, and on my cheeks. It's very subtle, okay? But you can build it. So this one is kind of like a really kind of pinky one, but when you put it on your skin, it's definitely not that pink, okay? And you can just use a little bit and just kind of really dab it on you. As you can see now, it's a bit more pink, okay? So you can really build it. What I like about it, like, it's very moisturizing, and it doesn't, yeah, you can see now it's like a bit more pink, okay? I don't really want it like that, but you can then just tap it off, and it does give you this really nice natural glow. I put that on my eyelid as well. And again, you know, it depends on the mood. I just want something that like just looks kind of dewy and glowy. That's kind of what I go for, you know. But again, you know, who says you cannot use like a lipstick for your eyelid or for your blush? Like, who says so? Who says so, you know? I think with makeup or like with products, it's really nice if you use it for like as a multi-purpose product, you know, because it's quite nice to carry this and knowing that I can use it for so many different things. That's why I want to talk about powder as well. So this is just a mineral foundation powder that I picked up in Holland & Barrett. It's from a brand called Beautiful Me. It's the first time that I've used them, but I also have their little concealer. It's nice. It's not the best one that I've used, okay? But it has really minimal ingredients, and I love that, you know. As I've mentioned before, like, my skin can be quite irritated, and you know, it's quite sensitive, so I'm very careful what I put on my skin. But also, I don't really want to have any heavy feeling of a foundation on me, at least. And let me tell you, okay, if you get a mineral foundation, what's a great thing about that is that you can mix it, for example, with a serum that you have, with facial oil, or with face cream. That's what I'm doing. I mix it with my Aveeno face cream, just a little bit. Use a beauty sponge and just use it as a foundation. And it's really, as you can see, it's really creamy. It works really well. And because it's it's a foundation already, it's just a mineral foundation, you can create this like more dewy look. If you want to go for something more, or if you have like oily prone skin, you know, I think this is really great to either use or as like the loosening powder or just as a foundation, but they kind of just hide those oily patches that you have. I kind of like the dewy look, so I don't mind that. But yeah, so again, play with what you have and see what you can create and already recreate. I think that's the beauty of makeup, that's the beauty of clothes, fashion, art, anything. You know, you take one thing and you add something to it and you recreate something completely different and beautiful. So the last thing that I have here actually is a blanket, because, you know, we still have a cozy time in here. At least I love being cozy. This one is a really beautiful one. I actually bought this when I was in Sweden from a company called Jysk. I don't think they're in the UK, but in Europe they are very popular. This is a just 100% cotton, beautiful, lovely blanket that you can use. I actually use it for my yoga practice as well, and you know, you can use it, you can take it with you when you're traveling. That is my plan when I'm gonna go to London. You can take it when you're traveling, and again, I like things that are multi-purposeful, that you can reuse, you can use for something else. And yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. I hope that you finished your tea. Mine is cold now. I hope that you enjoyed. I really always love looking for products that are interesting and new and unique, and again, the ones that you can reuse and use for different purposes. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Again, if you did, please give it a like and subscribe, because it really does support my channel. And stay amazing and believe in yourself. I love you. Bye bye.